Hello and welcome to another episode of the Classical Republican Book Review. Final chapter of On the People's Terms by Philip Pettit. Democratic Control is chapter 5. This chapter was a little bit more difficult for me. Section 1 talks about two models of directed influence that don't meet the expectation of Republicans. And then in section 2, it goes into the dual aspect model of democracy. This involves a game of acceptance and acceptability. Basically, that means that everyone needs to be good with the decision-making process. He gives the example of a group organizing the affairs of a condominium. Members will only make proposals that will be acceptable to more than just a small subgroup, but they will make minimal concessions. Section 3 starts with a beautiful homage to Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Let me just read a little bit of that to you. Under a plausible interpretation, the characterization requires that government be for the people, in assuming a pattern or direction answering to people's wishes or needs, that it be by the people, in being directly or representatively implemented by the citizenry, and that it be of the people, insofar as the people are in ultimate control. They do not depend on the willingness of any other agent or agency for their capacity to shape the government they live under. The dual aspect model of democracy ensures that all three clauses are satisfied. Then we get the 6 principles of political ontology. Number 1, priority of the constituting people. Number 2, the dependent sovereignty of the constituted people. Number 3, the undominating will of the constituted people. The corporate will of the general is not the general will. Okay, so that's number 4. The corporate will is not the same as the general will. Number 5, the replaceability of the constituted people. And number 6, beyond the paradox of the constituent power. And let me read the last. This is from the appendix where it's like a summary. It says, under the dual aspect model, finally, there is no paradox in the claim that the people are causally responsible for the Constitution, yet exist only in virtue of the Constitution. It is the constituting people who are responsible historically for the Constitution, and they do not require the Constitution in order to exist. And both the constituting and constituted people are responsible in the sense of being able to alter the Constitution at any time. The constituted people can alter it by acting within the rules for amendment, and the constituting people can alter it even without conforming to those rules. Okay, that was On the People's Terms, my final review. And yeah, it's a good one. So I recommend that you read it. Go ahead, subscribe, and comment, and long live the Republic.